Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of Note of Facts. On the last show, I forgot to mention a few items that are ancient history, but it's something that you should know. How wonderful your town is. I don't care if you think I'm making it up, but this is pure fact. I got papers that show names of the people and what the event is all about and everything. There was a piece of land that was acquired. It was contaminated land. It was never, a 22E study was never done. A 22E study is an environmental study to see if the land is toxic. It was purchased by the town manager through Sharmet Bank. That's how old it is. His daughter was in charge of the land acquired by the bank, and it went through without a 21E study to see if the soil was toxic. The land was, we call that now Floral Street School and the Donahue Rowing Center. I know you people don't care, but it's kids and grown-ups and on the other piece of land too also. How much more land do we know about? I guess we'll never know. This town does things that could care less about the population. They could care less. As long as they get a piece of land for next to nothing, they're heroes. Everybody thinks they're heroes. Well, it's not a hero if somebody gets sick. It's the old saying, hooray for me and up yours. Oh, look what we've done. We built a school. Who cares? Who cares if you build 20 schools? We don't need them. Because all the kids come into Shrewsbury's. Whose fault is that? Not the teachers, but it's the school department, selectmen, finance committee. They don't care, but the nerve to complain about when they have a meeting about the two-faced people and these other items come. They want to put a 10-room addition on the high school. Well, tell me why they need a 10-room addition. Sir Big Head Sawyer said when the high school was built, they were all set for the future and everything else. He's nothing but a jerk in plain English. And whether you people like me saying that, I could care less. I could care less what I say and what I do. Have a meeting, talk about two-faced people. These other items came, a 10-room addition to the high school, water running from your land you're going to get taxed on. Did you know that? And you're going to have to replace all your windows in the house before you sell your house. Isn't that wonderful, huh? Isn't that wonderful? Isn't that wonderful? There's a lot of two-faced people in this town abusing their position. How many times have they broken the open meeting law? The open meeting law is they can't talk to one another other than the meeting. Yeah, sure. Yeah. And it is their personal life. How many times they have lied, cheated, abused residents. They all must go to the town manager also. Who do all of them think they are, plus the building inspectors. Inspector. What I'm stating is true. All the houses, apartments, markets should all never be allowed in Shrewsbury. The roads will never the roads will be ruined. Traffic laws will be abused, and there will not be build a police station. That tells you the hell with them. The police deserve 10 times more than what they have sitting on the boards. Now, if you people don't believe me, you're rotten too. The disgusting people who are on the boards now are rotten to the core, especially ones who just get one. They all do nothing. One selectman. I'll tell you this is old history, but I'll tell you one thing, this is the truth. One selectman at his daughter's wedding told his son-in-law that he has to pay for the whole wedding, That's normal procedure. That's the way it goes. Well, I don't know how it turned out, but if this kid believed him, the kid is nuts too. We have another dirty rat on the finance committee. He just got on. The finance committee is great, all professional. What? The school department and committee superintendent should be backed up against the wall. Then all a bunch of disgusting and dishonest people, thieves, giving a raise to Sawyer out of education money. Too much power. They don't deserve anything. The teachers teach. The superintendent and school committee are nothing's. They should resign. All they do is find a way to steal money. The people who donate are worse than most certainly add to the problem. The library is a big, money-grabbing building. Oh, excuse me, daycare center. Go up there and look around. Waste of electricity, water, heat, and equipment. All the useless committees. Also, they find a way to spend money we need for important things. All of them should resign. The good committees are the planning board, zoning, conservation commission, Lakeland Sigmund, health. The rest of them should all say what they stole and how dishonest they are. What a disgrace. Go to another town meeting. We are the worst. Go to another meeting in another town. You'll see how good it's run and how honest they are. The newly elected people are the worst ones yet. I know you know, but they are your buddies, and God forbid me you tell them how bad they are. Yeah, sure you do. The water super should get an award for doing nothing except making the population sicker. The only man elected people are the milkman. Not elected are the milkman and postman. They also do a great job, especially the one postman in Precinct 3, Peter Grillo, and the rest of you guys. The way the residents get treated in this town, residents in this town treat other residents like trash. Hardly anyone in the town hall is your friend. We have a one-way town. Do for me and the hell with you. I will never be the same. It'll never be the same before because a school department who don't care except for spending money. Driving the residents crazy with all the lies other boards I have mentioned do it. No one in this town is genuine, especially everyone is a big blowhard show-off. When is it going to stop? Probably never. When all you people listening to everything I'm saying in the year 2906, will all the baloney probably stop by then. We'll all be dead. We'll all be dead by then. But getting back to that, we have too much dishonesty in this town. We have too many people at the town hall thinking they're wonderful, thinking they're great, and they're laughing at you behind your back, going behind your back and laughing at you. You go up and shake their hand and say what a great job they're doing. Yeah, sure they are. They're doing a real good job. They're doing a real good job. Do you do that to the police and firemen? Do you do that to them? No. You don't do that to the people who we really need in this town. They're very, 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 very important. The selectmen and the rest of them, are they important? No, they're not important at all. Police and fire, highway, all those guys, sewer, they're the guys that are important. They have to get into the sewers and all that other crap and try to fix pipes and all that other stuff and stay cold all day long. No, but you people never pull your car over and say, hey, you guys are doing a great job. I'll go buy them and count them in there and buy them coffee. No, you'll never do that. You'll never do that. You'll never do that. Yeah, your taste buds are in your rear end. That's what they are. Your compassion is in your rear end too. We got good men in this town, very good men in this town. Good police officers, firefighters, and the rest of them. But as far as the boards and the commissions and all of the other stuff, forget about it, forget about it, forget about it. The school department and the school committee, all they want to do is steal money and make up lies. And all these programs they're starting. Yeah, sure, they're starting programs, all right. I never seen them start one new program in my life. All they know how to do is start a new program, and hopefully Boston will send them more money. I doubt that very much. I doubt that very much. I've been poisoning the well for years with the school department and the state. Give them nothing. Give them nothing. Nothing at all. They deserve nothing. Did I ever tell you how much is in the bank with them? I can imagine how much money they have. I can imagine how much money they have. But Big Head Sawyer, all his head's as big as a three-decker. All he knows how to talk about is money here. We don't have money for this. We don't have money for that. We don't have money for this. We don't have money for that. How much money does he need? Give back the money they took out of the Prop 2.5 in 2000, I think it's either 13 or 14, when they passed that 2.5 override. Give back that money. You didn't need it then, you don't need it now, and you'll never need it forever. You're nothing but a useless, stupid, rotten individual. That's all you are. And you should be tar and feathered and kicked out of town, along with some of the school committee, all the school committee, and the clown they just got on the finance committee. He thinks he's really something. What did he buy somebody a house? Or buy somebody a new car to get on that board? He did something that's illegal, I know that much. We don't need people like him. We don't need people like him, and you know who he is too. All you people know who he is. He's so tough, he wants to beat me up. Come on, beat me up anytime you want. Anytime you want, tough guy. You know where I am. Tough jerk. Big mouth, show off. Yeah, how many other pieces of land were taken from the bank that didn't have a 22E study or anything, or was contaminated? Because the land at Floral Street, I was on a committee to see what was being done with the land down there. And we had a prevailing wind chart I got from the Weather Bureau. And on that street coming off of Floral Street, I can't think of it. It goes up to Maple Ave. The prevailing wind charts showed all the overspray from there was a flower house there, greenhouse. All the overspray from the greenhouse was landing on the Floral Street land. That's nice, and they didn't do a 22E study. That's really nice, that's really good, that's really good. They probably got the land for nothing. After all, it was the town manager's daughter who sold the land to the town. How much did they get for that land? Tell you, this town's got a lot to learn about being normal and being honest. You'll never see it nowhere else like this town. This town don't exist. They exist on dishonesty. That's their biggest war cry in this town. Their biggest war cry is be dishonest. You're going to get ahead if you're dishonest. And that's the way it is in this town. Certain people on the boards, I know they want to say something the right way, but they can't because they're afraid of getting kicked off the board. Get kicked off the board. What do you care? Then come back and say why you got kicked off. And you'll get back on that board in 2 seconds. No. You're afraid of your own shadow. Afraid of your own shadow. Bunch of clowns. They intimidate you that much? Should be ashamed of yourself. Should be ashamed of yourself. And you got a position on that board? Yeah, sure. Yeah, okay, yeah. You're as bad as they are. You might not lie the way they do, but you're as bad as they are. It's got to stop. And it's the residents of Shrewsbury that's got to stop it. 10 rooms on a high school. Does anybody breathe in ether at nighttime to make your head screwed up? I think you do. Or you smoke marijuana. Sure, put 20 rooms on. What the hell? 10-room addition to the high school. Give me a break. If the selectmen, the planning, zoning, and the rest of the boards put a stop to all house building and apartment building and everything else in this town, we wouldn't be in the fix we're in. We wouldn't have a daycare center, library, and we wouldn't need an addition on a school. And plus that mountain range, Mount Everest, with the school buses getting up there in the wintertime. That took a lot of planning. Why don't you leave the kids down at the bottom of the hill and let them walk up? Yeah, you might as well. That's the next thing you'll probably have them do. And call it exercise. There's a lot of things I can get into here in this town. Boy, there is certainly a lot of things. Awful lot of things. But the best one of the best ones is the selectman told his future son-in-law, the son-in-law pays for the whole wedding. That's the best one yet. Figure it out who it is. Figure out who it is. I know who it is. And if he crosses my path someday, I'm going to say his name right on his show, and I really don't care. Really don't care. Because I got at least 17 to 18, 20 people who will stand behind me as far as telling you what he did. And some of his relatives, too. He's the biggest phony of all. That's all you got to do. Stop the building. Do we need a market basket now? No. Do we need all these houses and apartment houses? No. We don't need a market basket now. We don't need any of that crap right now. Stop your house building, stop your apartments, and then take account of how many school children you have in this town. An honest count, not the count the school superintendent gives you. And all the other stuff he jams down your throat. Anyway, it's a joke. The whole town is a joke. The population in this town is 37,357. It should be a city. This town should be a city, not a town, a city, where we'll get treated right. So start spreading that out. Start telling your buddy politicians that in town here. All your buddies that are on the boards and stuff. Start telling them that. Town should be a city. And that's no lie. We got the population. We got a hospital. We got the bus that runs through the town. We got everything. Or else we've had that for years. Should have been a city 10 years ago, 15 years ago. Would have had it made. Not like the jerks we have now. But what do you people care? You people don't care. All you know how to do is pat everybody in the back. The wrong people you pat in the back. And above all, don't go by any construction projects on the road. And don't bring the poor guys coffee. And policemen, the sewer, water, whatever, bring them a cup of coffee, especially when it's cold out. They'll appreciate it very, very much. They'll appreciate it very, very much. If that keeps up, it'll show a town with compassion, not dirty tricks like it's known throughout the state now. Shrewsbury's a dirty trick town. That's what they call this town. and it's from the school department and some of the other people opening their mouth in the wrong place. This is bad. This is bad. This is bad what goes on in this town. It's really bad. But these 21E studies that were never done, that's bad news. There's a school on the land and the kids are going to school on contaminated land. That's nice. And also they're using the basement of Floral Street School. The chairman of the building committee then was Ted Coughlin. He made him put a basement down at the Floral Street School. You can't occupy the basement because it's soaking wet with condensation. They store paperwork down there. Ask for a piece of paper. Ask for a piece of paper you're interested in, you want a copy of. You'll get it with rust stains around it. You'll get it all water. You'll get it all dirty, filthy, and rotten. That's what they'll give you. Copying don't make no difference. Well, anyway, I said enough about this town, like I normally do. If you're watching, fine. If you're not watching, I don't care. Do what you want. Well, have a good evening, and thank you, and good night.